Your semester grade point, the way we calculate that course and its credit, that credit which is assigned to it, and that grade, letter grade which you will get. When we will multiply it and sum up and divide it by the total credit in the semester, you will get the semester GPA. And cumulative will be summation of these all semesters, and that will be your cumulative CGPA, GPA. Makeup examination, it is again for any bona fide reasons, for compelling reason. We never encourage for these kind of makeup examinations, but it is, if it is that really compelling situation, you can request your instructor and through the department, then it will be conducted. Re-peer examination is also there. At the student can take end semester re-examination, and letter grade D will be awarded in that case if you reach to that cutoff level. Because here it's not that absolute kind of grading, it is relative grading. So relative grading in a sense that you are to maintain your position in the class, relative position. You may sometimes say that my absolute numbers are more than 60 marks, that I got 70 marks, but I am getting D grade. Because 60% otherwise is considered as first division, but you are getting D grade because the topper in the class has got 99 or 100 out of 100. So that way it's a relative grading. So you are to not only study, okay, you have to work hard according to the relative position in the class. Change of branch, it's also there, but change of branch will be only for the leftover seats. And it is at the end of the first year, and minimum eligibility is your CGPA should be greater than 8.5 in the first year. And it is that class beyond sanction intake. Whatever our sanctioned intake is, beyond that, it cannot accommodate. And then by shifting of all these students, maximum is 10%, so that we cannot disturb our any other branch. For there is no restriction in movement of your from first semester to second, means from odd to even. But it is that when you are to move from 1 year to the next year for promotion, minimum 4.5 CGPA is required, and for completion of the degree, minimum 5 CGPA is required. Academic probation is there. If somebody completed 1 year and CGPA is still less than 4.5, so will be under academic probation, and to recover from this academic deficiency, extra classes are also conducted. Then attendance requirements, please read it carefully, that we encourage 100% attendance. And if it is 50 to 75, means you are below 75, then your grade will be lowered by 1. And if it is less than 50, then grade will be lowered by 2 letter grades. Normal duration of the program is 4 years. It can be extended to 6 years under any situation, like any compelling situation. Graduation requirements are, total are 160 credits are there. Then along that, you met the attendance duration of academic requirements, satisfied additional requirements, no dues are there pending, no case of indiscipline is pending against you. Now develop a passion for learning here. If you do, you will never cease to grow. Means it's life as a, it's not that people, parents, they were telling you, ek bar +2 ho jaye, bas, uske baad to ऐश ही ऐश hai. Okay, don't think like that. It is, means life, it's a continuous struggle, and we must struggle also to reach to the destination, okay, to the greater heights. Enjoy your stay at PEC and wish you a very happy learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for a wonderful presentation. Dr. Divya Bansal, a professor and head of Cybersecurity Research Center, is our Dean of Alumni, Corporate and International Relations. Our college is known for its vast alumni network, and she manages it in the most efficient way possible. I'm pleased to welcome Dr. Divya Bansal to address the batch of 2026. Please, ma'am.
A very good morning to all of you. So, Honorable Director, Dr. Baldev Sethia, our Deputy Director, Registrar, all the deans, head of the departments, centers, colleagues, the students who are organizing this wonderful time for you, and the freshers. So it's my privilege to address you on the very first day during the orientation. So what I'm going to do is make you feel proud of where you are. When you get to know that who are the kind of stars, who represent Punjab Engineering College, and as my colleagues mentioned that we've already celebrated 100 years. So that also means that we have our alumni graduating in last 100 years all over the globe, shining like stars. So we are alma mater to numerous notable and esteemed corporate wizards and nation-building heroes such as Dr. Satish Dhawan. He was the first chairman of Indian Space Commission. Dr. Kalpana Chawla, first Indian American astronaut and first Indian woman in science. Dinesh Khanna, the first Indian to win an Asian badminton title. Cine and TV artist Jaspal Bhatti, and many more. So alumni is the cob of web, in the cob of web of an institution, plays a significant role in the development of the institution. PEC has an integral part of nation's development by contributing persistently, working towards a mission of providing the nation with the world's most exemplary leaders in technology, industry, bureaucracy, academics, and research, and leading the institute towards their optimum efficiency. Over the period of 4 years of your stay in the institution, you will get to meet a lot of alumni who've been excelling in various facets of their lives, and many of them you might choose as your mentors and also the role models. And you would know that there is no such area in which they have not left their mark and made PEC proud. So as you can see that over the globe, we have about an alumni base of 35,000. We currently maintain an alumni portal, and we have a database with us with which we are directly connected to 18,000 alumni. And you can see that all over the world, whether it is Europe, America, North America, South America, Asia, or you see in the top Finland, and you also see different parts of the India, Australia. Talk about any part of the world, and we have our alumni shining over there. And whenever the students graduate and they choose to a particular location for their workplace, you would have someone, from your institution who would be there to hold your hand and support you. So as a part of what we do in our office is the one which liaises and maintains the relationship with the alumni and acts as the face of the institute to keep the relationship with the alumni. And the major goal of our office is to build a PEC community globally. So be it the students or the faculty members or the alumni, how do we make everyone stay connected? And even alumni stay connected with each other so that they don't forget, and they are there to support each other like a family, even if they have graduated 50 years ago. So we have our Students Alumni Relation Committee. It is supported, our office is supported by this committee. As you can see that we have, we have the students who are supporting various functions like mentor-mentee program, event coordination, online mentoring programs. So for various programs, we have a body from the final year who actually supports us. And with them, there are about 50 odd students from different years and branches who make a team and help us in this building relationship. In our alumni office, we welcome any kind of support, and our doors are always open for alumni, be it through associations like PECOSA, PEC Old Student Association, PECOBA, because earlier they were primarily boys as alumni. The girls started coming to engineering much later in 60s. So PALS, which is based out of US, and lately we also have a PEC US Foundation also, again in US, and several other countries. So whether they are a group of alumni, formal associations, or individual alumni who would like to talk to us, meet us, we always welcome them and also host them in their own alma mater whenever they wish to. So how we have been fostering this alumni engagement, Very recently, in the last 2 decades, when we became deemed university, we started having our own network as an institute, building the communities brick by brick to facilitate this engagement. We have been ensuring that every alumni carries that pride, from where they have graduated, and they act like a brand ambassador for us. We have been organizing homecomings and reunions for even those who graduated 50 years ago, or 25 years ago, or 15 years ago, or sometimes they're just batches who just want to feel nostalgic and want to come back to their alma mater, have food in the same mess where they used to have, So we love hosting them in their own institution. We have been taking various campaigns and initiatives, and the institution's alumni also have an active representation in the Institute's Board of Governance. They have made several contributions to the institution in various forms, and we have been maintaining an annual book to ensure that we maintain transparency, accountability, and outreach to our entire alumni. There have been a lot of activities that we have been doing, We try to make best out of every opportunity whenever an alumni is visiting us the site, so that the students can hear their success stories and know that there are no boundaries, It's just boundless. So we have an alumni portal, which has the database. We organize all our alumni events through this, and we raise various campaigns, including alumni funds are raised through this portal. Alumni can connect with each other through our alumni portal professionally. It's just like a LinkedIn network for them, but that's only for the PEC community. Then, with the centenary celebrations, the Institute got this new look. So again, our office worked towards it. During COVID, because alumni, we didn't have physical travel and there were restrictions. So we had several alumni who were doing these mentoring sessions, almost everyone from all walks of life. And they were sharing their experiences in trying to help the students. So even during those times of pandemic, our connect never broke with our alumni. So we have also our office looks after various collaborations, formal MOUs, and this is one of the one which we did recently with the UT Police, and there are several MOUs, as you would see, including Indian Navy, several industries, including the one with the PGI MER. So you talk about academics, you talk about research, you talk about industry, you talk about corporates. The institution have a very cohesive collaborations that it has built to network around. So also, we have done several fundraising activities, and the fundraising activities simply doesn't mean that they're just donating funds, We have a culture in PEC that there have been students, who are coming from, we have a very diverse kind of students who've been coming here from different economics, conditions at home, different requirements, different needs. So our alumni have been very sensitive that if a student who has this caliber and, has been able to be in PEC should not suffer, and, there should be ways by which the alumni should be able to support them throughout their education. And it is with this objective in mind, there's always a culture of giving back, the feeling of giving back to the alma mater, because the alumni feel that whatever they've become in their life, one attributes to their mother, the motherland, and here, for education, it's the alma mater. So that connect is always there. So in the period of 2 years, and especially when the entire world was hit by COVID, we raised campaigns, there were some students who also lost their parents to COVID, lost the only earning member also during COVID. There were all kind of losses, we all underwent. And it is at that time also our alumni stood up and they contributed hugely to the COVID emergency funds, and we could give scholarships of about 50 lakhs to those students who have undergone these kind of special circumstances during COVID. We had about 261 donors, which included alumni. Even the faculty members from the institutions rose to the special situation, and made contributions. So there were contributions of about 1.6 crores in the last 2 years only for the purpose of scholarships, with the only aim to give back, help the needy students, and we hope one day when the needy students will start earning, will be independent, will make us proud, the same gesture will continue, and they would also want to give back to another student who's studying, who is in similar situation and would need it. And that is the reason why we say it's the PEC community. Your relationship, your bond with the institution would remain forever. And it is with this endeavor with which our office really works. So the contributions also includes contributions which have been made by several batches. The graduates of the institution who graduated in the year 1968, 85, 91, 94, 80, 95, 1973, all these batches have been coming forward, and they have been making contributions. For example, 1985 batch last year, even though they were COVID, they could not come in the institution, but they made contribution of 60 lakhs, and they called the scholarship as Samastha 85 scholarship. And there was this Prerna scholarships. Then there is this family in US, Mahajan scholarships, which they, it's basis on merit for the rank openers of BTech. The entire family contributed about 15 lakhs again to make sure that the toppers and the rank openers must be recognized in this institution for joining Punjab Engineering College. And I'm sure one day you would also respond with similar gesture back to your alma mater. So we had several endowments, as you can see in the scholarships. Here's a list that you don't need to go through, but these are the names of various scholarships. About 30 different scholarships were being established in the last 2 years. So not only in the form of treasure funds, but there have been alumni like in Singapore. They also felt that during the COVID, it is inevitable for students to get educated or continue their education without the digital access, because entire classes were online, and there were certain students who did not even, they were not even able to afford laptops. And the way COVID had hit us, there was barely any time for anyone to actually make up, or we were just not prepared. And there was this alumni from Singapore who donated 20 laptops, 14 laptops. And the shipment came to us, he asked us, what specification do you want? Then we looked at the list of the students, who was really needy, and we got them the access so that the education doesn't suffer. The digital access is there for the students who need it the most. So what I mean to say is that the alumni have been very sensitive to the needs of the students and been trying to make an impact in every possible way. So they have been giving back in COVID emergency funds. There were named scholarships, endowments, also for refurbishing hostels, and as you can see, also for technology access drive. And we also, as an institution, just love to interact and, visit our alumni. We want to see what they are doing in different parts of the world, because that's a matter of pride. And we make them to connect with each other. So 2 years ago, we went to US, and we had several reunions in San Francisco, Cleveland, Chicago, and there were like in almost 6 cities in US, and we had about 200 of alums getting together in Houston, and a network built up. And after our visit, we have now a strong alumni network in various parts of the US who are connected with each other, and almost every 6 months, now they get together with each other, they try to find out what's happening in the institution, and then they're connected with us, and they ask us, what is it that you need from us? Whether it is mentorship, talent, we are there for you. And not just the treasure, as I said, the placements of the institution, that's again a very important area where our alumni has played a very, very important role. In the last 3 years, if you see, the companies like Microsoft, Apple, all the new companies which have got added to our portfolio is because of us getting connected to our alumni who've been on the top positions in the top companies, who came forward and said, yes, we'll make this company to come, I'll make my company to come back to my alma mater, and I'll make sure that they hire the students from PEC. So I'm sure Professor J.D. Sharma, who heads the Career Development Guidance Center, would mention about it, that how the placement scenario and the internship scenario has changed ever since the alumni has been getting more connected with the institution. Not only this, the alumni who graduated 50 years ago, they feel so nostalgic about this institution. Every year we have this kind of a gala dinner where they just dance, they meet up their friends, families, you remember their old times, It is these bonds that you're going to make in this institution which would remain forever. You're going to cherish the friendships that you would make right now. You would see that the best friendships that you would have in years to come are the ones that you are going to nurture during these 4 years. Throughout your highs and your lows, the times that you spend in the hostel, the times that you spend in preparing for various cultural events and not studying till the last moment and somebody else coming up and helping with your exam, which you should not do, and I wish you're more regular, but I'm sure there is going to be somebody that you're going to find who's really going to help you with your exams, and you're always going to remember, "Tune mujhe pass kara diya yaar." So those friendships and the times are the ones that you're really, really going to cherish forever, And we really encourage that this spirit, the relationships have to be nurtured. So various batches have been coming on campus, 1977, 79. As I said, that we just love to host alums when they want to come back, even as a group of friends. And they want to have food and want to have walk down in the campus and just look at the students or stand in front of the room in the hostel where they used to live. So that nostalgia, and we love to become a part of it. So there have been a lot of memories, that this institution is going to leave for you. And from academic standpoint, Professor Bhatia has already mentioned, what you're supposed to do. From relationship standpoint, I wish to tell you that you would have, like your mother, this institution is going to be like your mother when you're going to graduate, and these bonds are going to be forever. And the friends that you make are going to be forever. And wherever you're going to be there in India or globe, you would have your alumni, the PEC community there to support you. And I hope when you graduate, you also take a pledge that the way we were being supported, I take a pledge that I'm going to support at least one student back there in the institution who's currently suffering and has certain needs. After all, what should be the goal? We individuals, we are all very different. Today is your first day on campus. From my experience, I have always been telling the students that our goal has to be the best version of what we are today. And I hope you would always be in the search of excellence. And for that, you have to have an open mind, understand your weaknesses, and every day trying to improve them, trying to become better and better in every aspect of your life, till there is no till. So till you're excellent in every aspect, so that you become the best version. May you live, may you love, may you learn, and also leave a legacy for yourself and find a purpose for your life in this very institution like we all did. I wish you a very, very happy stay in this institution, and even when you graduate, I wish your bonds with the institution always remain. I wish you good times. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the insightful presentation. Career Development and Guidance Center strives throughout the year to provide best internship and placement opportunities to our students. This esteemed office is currently headed by Dr. J.D. Sharma, a professor in Materials and Metallurgical Department and a dynamic leader. He gave a new shape to our college placements with an overwhelming placement record. I feel delighted to invite him on the stage to please enlighten the students.
Honorable Director, Dr. Baldev Setia, Deputy Director, Dr. Sibi John, worthy Registrar, Dean Student Affairs, Deans present here, Head of the Departments, faculty, the organizing body of Orientation 2022, and my dear new batch who is joining PEC for a class of 2026. I heartily welcome you all. I am J.D. Sharma. I head one of the offices of PEC, that is Career Development and Guidance Center. This office is generally known in most of the institutions as Training and Placement Office, but in past few years we have changed our role and assigned some additional duties to us so that we can cater our students much better as per the services that they get in the contemporary institutions. So we now call ourselves as Career Development and Guidance Center. So this center primarily works regressively with all the stakeholders from which we develop our associations with the industry who are coming regularly to us. We develop our relationships through the faculty and the association of the faculty of the departments for whom generally our faculty gives the consultations, and we have a very strong network of alumni which helps us and gives us a good lead that where we can place our students. And nevertheless, you people, when you take up a good places in the good institutions, you always represent PEC as an institution of talent pool by which companies are regular going to visit. So it is good to share with you that we have more than 70% turnout of the companies who are visiting us for more than 2 years. This more tells about the efforts of the office of CDGC, but more it tells about you, that how well you and your seniors are performing in the different institutions, different companies, that they always want that PEC should be there. It is all because of you that we are able to perform well while we are in our services. So what we actually do, I'll just give you a small glimpse of it. We have some activities for you throughout the year which keeps you associated with us from very first year till the final year. We have graduated some activities of your interest at the different levels of your graduate program. So everything in the office of CDGC is defined that you will be given whatever we feel you need at a given point of time. So what Career Development and Guidance Center basically does is that it offers students the opportunities for placements, for internship, and before that we prepare you that how to crack through these companies. So basically we offer all-round career solution to the students. Center keeps a record of the student who undergo internships or the placements. In addition, we offer some finishing schools, soft skill development workshops, and also we organize to improve the communication skill of the students. We guide the students to decide and pursue your dream. One of the major thing that the office plans in the last few years of its working is that we give student a full power of his choice to choose his career. Our main motto becomes that before you reach to the level of choosing the internship, we should fully equip you with the available opportunities. None of the student who associates completely with our activities can say that I really do not know that this is also a career option available to the engineers. So we cover the whole panorama. We do not propense the student to the opportunity that we have. We give the opportunity to the student to choose to come to us, and we create the opportunity for them. Whether this opportunity is required in a company, in a specific profile, or it can be in higher education, maybe in research, or maybe in some developing some new project or the company for yourself. So we help the student in any kind of endeavor they think of in these 4 years. Basically, what we have as our organizational structure is one side is completed headed by the students. That comes with the student representative, which makes a larger of a core team. This core team basically have PCRs and TCRs in each department, and there is also an additional support committee of the students in different departments. So we are just trying to make a flawless channel for any individual student, that how he can reach the office, how his requirement, his demand, his desire can reach to the office seamlessly through the student body. In parallel, there is a faculty body which guides CDGC, for which CDGC seeks some inputs if they require in some specific core areas. On the left hand side, you can see that we have coordinators, and these coordinators are representing each department, and each department has one faculty member who is a member of PAC, Placement Advisory Committee, those who guide us, those who tells us that which are the new areas which are coming. So you have two channels to approach the office, whether through the students line of approach, or other you can approach through the faculty which is there. So this is a present advisory committee from the departments. You can well note that who is a faculty coordinator from your department, and you can always get in touch with him from the very first day if you really have something in your mind from the day you are joining PEC. So the opportunities that PEC provides very broadly. For the second year, we continue to guide you with the career guidance activities till the 4th semester, because in 4th and 5th semester, we start offering you the opportunities in internships for the 6th semester. So please prepare yourself accordingly. If you follow the plan of the office, that will be much better for you. And if you have some better plans for yourself, we welcome that also. But in second year, it will be filled with the opportunities that are available, will make you acquainted with all the opportunities which an engineer can have, and you can always map your interest with the given opportunities. For the third year students, we have for the 6th semester, third years students, in 6th semester, we offer internships. Though internship is not a mandatory for the BTech students, but we always assign a lot of importance for learning in industry. With keeping that in view, we used to get 2 aims achieved of the institute. First, our students get a fair opportunity to be in a good institution for a pretty long time of 4 months to 6 months, so that he can understand what the corporate culture is. And the second is, I am able to expose the talent at PEC to different industries, so that they can come for the placement next year, or they can offer us the pre-placement offer in the third year only. So we are trying our level best that how you can get exposed to the best of the situations, best of the opportunities available. For the final year student, that's right, we work for their placements, and at the last submission, we also give them that what is presently available as a career option in addition to that of the placement. So a lot of students, because last years we have seen the scenarios have been very different. People have highly opted for the higher studies than for the jobs in 2021, but again the flair for getting a good job has again risen up. So it all depends upon your choice. We are here to offer you the opportunity. For the all years, maybe you are in the first year, we induct the student in our student body in first year also, so that you can be acquainted how the office works, and by that you can percolate it to the rest of the students, so that all of you should be on the same pace as you reach to the second year. So some of the career guidance activities that we generally do is about improving upon your employability skill. We enhance them, we call some experts and get them connected to you. We organize the large as well as small session as per your requirement. Basic idea is that we can improve upon the employability skills that are needed by the student. Next is the student counseling activity that turns out to be very important. This counseling is basically related to that how student can make a wiser choice in the subsequent time, seeing the opportunities in the market and how the scenario is changing in the coming 5 to 10 years. So these type of student career activities we undertake, counseling we undertake. Special session for mid placement session. Sometimes we all are not at the same level of understanding that what a company needs. Once half of the placement or a larger part of a placement is over, we know that these students who are appearing may need some specific help. So there is a specifically designed mid-session counseling sessions where we generally talk with the people who are not able to crack by this point of time. Then let's see that how we can help them specifically on individual basis. So every individual who is here at PEC and has a confidence in the system of CDGC is going to be helped at every moment where you require. Next is career awareness activity and self-learning and assessment resources. Please try to understand, we won't leave you alone, we will be always with you. Maybe we'll be conducting the session physically or maybe online. We may be sharing some of the activities that should be done by you by being at the hostel or at the home. Just our main aim is that how we can improve upon our selection rate. So other career activities in addition to placements, they can be, we organize a lot of workshops. In workshop, we also give the opportunities that how you can crack through different PSUs, maybe from the civil services. Any of the career, if you think of in these 4 years, that can be discussed and we can call any of the expert which can help you to design your career better. CDGC make it easier for the student to choose one. Placement opportunities are communicated to the student. Our system to inform you about the visiting companies is so robust that in last 3 years I have got no complaint from any of the students, even during the COVID time when no one was here, that I was not aware that this company is coming. So I congratulate the team of the students like you who are now in final year and working regressively, and those who have worked in earlier years also, that they had made and designed a process so seamless that it helps every student individually. There will be 4 major activities at the institute level that we organize, and we require the participation of the students at every level, but they are done for a specific set of students. So UDAN is one of the such central activity which we generally take up for 2 or 3 days, depending upon that how many type of interest have been received from the student. Last year also we conducted such regressive activity when the experts came here to the institute and they guided the student in different session. More than 32 lectures were disseminated to the students, and students got help to choose their career activity. Another such event which is basically for first and second year student is Disha. Disha is just a program which has been designed just last 2 years, in which we offer you the all possible opportunities. We request the student not to come with the presumptions in their mind. Just keep your mind open and just explore what is there in the market. It's not important that you are going to opt one of them, but it's very important that any graduate of PC should basically know, he should be aware of what is available, what is there in the market for him. One is pre-placement training activity. This happens just before the internship for the second year student when you will be in the 4th semester. Very before, near the interviews will take place, and we will groom you properly. Your communication skill, how you have to appear in the interview, how you have to communicate, how you have to come out of any discussion which comes into a deadlock, how you have to exercise your power of being a part of a talent pool of PEC, and how you have to show the worthy courteousness to the panel which is in front of you for interviewing you. Because anywhere when you are at PEC being interviewed, you represent PEC, not you as an individual only. So please try to keep that legacy with you, that you are not individual, you are a part of a culture which has been developed for a century long hard working of students, faculty and other stakeholders. Third is an open house. This is an interactive session where we call the students from the different schools of Chandigarh, and we design a program of 2 days where all departments, all student bodies, they participate, and we exhibit the technical talent of PEC and also expose the school students to the laboratory facilities and the state-of-art facilities that we have at PEC. So just small glimpse of how we see and how we take care of your requirements. We start our process of internship and placement with the interest mapping. We take your interests, we get the evaluation skill set, that if a student does not know that where to go, we design some tests and plan for them. We identify the dream companies, we urge you to evaluate yourself, you identify your goal, then analyze the previous statistics, that what are the trends available. I may not be choosing something which is not in trend from the last 3 or 4 years. Then we go for interaction with the seniors. These are the people who are your first help. You are appearing for a company of which there are 20 already recruits in the same company. It's a tier 0 company, a top company which is India's top 100 fortune companies, and you see that you want to crack that. Who can help you the best? Your seniors, your immediate seniors. We conduct the sessions with those seniors who have just cracked those examinations. What can give you a better idea about the requirement of an interview or requirement of a student to prepare if you can get the direct word from the student who has just cracked it? And then some mock tests and interviews are also conducted. So why pre-placement? I hope you understand that it is just a session where you are completely prepared that how you have to appear from the student. You are now going to be in the corporate culture, how you should behave, how you should equip yourself, and what technical skills and what soft skills you should have, that has been told there. So this is sometimes of larger interest of most of the students. When they join PEC, they see lucrative offers that have been offered to the students. Now you are a part of PEC, you can see the stories which you hear are perfectly real. Most of the places you see that your red shoot is much larger than the blue. It means it is the difference between the eligible student and the offer we give. Generally, we work with single offer or sometimes 2 offers to a given student. But even then, students crack to more than 2 offers, and they make CDGC feel proud, and we get the worth of the work which we are doing. It's all your labor and the opportunity that we can provide, that we can get these type of results. So you can see most of the branches, they are meeting their blue lines, and hope every department will surpass this blue in every subsequent year. So we have some records of the placement branch wise. This is an open record available in website also. You can get it. Just after the session commences, we release these numbers in public, and you will get all these numbers from the last years also and this year also. So I'm not enumerating them much, but I like to just show you that how the diversification has taken place from different profiles, that is in coding, finance, analytics, core, consulting and operations. So these are the basic broad profiles of which different companies offer to engineering students. One of the another data that we generally look for a institute, which makes sometimes feel pride and sometimes keep us ahead in the race with the different institution, is the number of companies visiting, how many pre-placement offer we can offer to the student, and the highest CTCs. So we are gradually increasing. Our target is that every year we should increase our highest CTC to nearly 15 to 20%, and we are achieving it. From 42 we reached to 64.5 last year, and this year 83 has been achieved, and believe me, if everything goes good, it is going to be a larger number than 83 lakhs this year. So we always, however, we depend on your talent. We can call as good company as it come. It all depends how your talent match their requirement. So that is most important, that your support is absolutely required. So in pre-placement offer is that my student performed in the 6th semester to the level of a student who is required to be recruited by a company as a full-time engineer after 1 year. So in 6th semester, just try to imagine when he comes and gives his examination for the 6th semester, 149 students out of the 300 who went for internship through CDGC has already acquired the pre-placement. So in the past few years, we are gradually increasing. From 89, we have increased to 149, and we want to improve it furthermore, because we want to release your and the pressure of the institute, of the CDGC office. Before you enter the 7th semester, you should always be having a job with you. So these are the number of offers that we offer to the we are offering to the students. So this year we have offered 608 offers to the students. These are basic statistics. I think we can proceed them well as a data. Thank you all. I wish you a good stay for the next 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dear students, now that you're familiar with our Dean of Academic Affairs, Dean Alumni, Corporate and International Relations, and Head CDGC, it's time to meet some more functionaries of our college. These are the people you'll be meeting and interacting with throughout your time here at PAC. All the respected heads, deans and registrar are kindly requested to rise on their seats one by one and wave towards the students as I take your name. First of all, we have with us the deans. Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. D.R. Prajapati, a professor from Mechanical Engineering Department. Dean Sponsored Research and Industrial Consultancy, Dr. S.K. Singh from Civil Engineering Department. Dean of Faculty Affairs, Dr. Vasundhara Singh from Applied Sciences, who couldn't be here with us. Continuing further, we have with us the heads of the departments. Head Aerospace Engineering, Dr. T.K. Jindal. Head Applied Sciences, Dr. Sucheta Dutt, who couldn't be here with us. So officiating head is Dr. Asha Gupta. Head Civil Engineering, Dr. Umesh Sharma. Head Computer Science and Engineering, Dr. Shailendra Singh. Head Electrical Engineering, Dr. Jagdish Kumar. Head Electronics and Communication Engineering, Dr. Neena Gupta. Head of Mechanical Engineering, Dr. S.K. Mangal. Head of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, Dr. Uma Batra. Head of Production and Industrial Engineering, Dr. Ravinderjit Singh Walia. And our respected Registrar, Colonel R.M. Joshi ji. Thank you, everyone. Dr. Sibi John, a professor in Civil Engineering Department, having an area of specialization as Environment Engineering and Pollution Control, is our Deputy Director. It is my honor and privilege to invite him on the stage to address the audience. Please, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Amandeep, respected Director, Registrar, HODs, and my other faculty colleagues, Deans, and especially as my preceding speaker said, the batch of 2026, I would love to call you as batch of 2026 because I can foresee you are passing out in 2026. I would not be retired by that time. So, well, I was asking the Dean of Student Affairs, what is my role in orientation? Because I hold an office which has very little to do with the students, especially the first year students. So I was trying to find out a reason why I should be here today. So I was walking on the corridor and found the only publicly displayed committee in this institute, that is anti-ragging committee. And on top of that, my name along with my mobile is figuring. So I thought my purpose of being here is talking about ragging. So since I made a mention of ragging, let me start the address with ragging as a subject. Well, many of you must be now asking Google what is meant by ragging. But way back in 1980, when we joined engineering, we did have ragging, especially in our professional colleges. So I just recollected one of such incidents. When we joined in 1980, precisely 27 July 1980, you would say that why do we need to recollect or remember all these unimportant dates? That's what is the problem with this age. If you ask me what I learned in civil engineering, I may not be able to tell you, but I would be able to definitely tell you on 27 July, I joined engineering college. When I got married, that is a strategic date, which I will always have to remember because I will have to continue my life with my wife. So these are some tips which you would be requiring by the end of your life. By the end of your life, what you have learned in production engineering or mechanical engineering or electronics is not going to be of any use to you. Some practical life tips which you have carried from this particular place is what is going to help you in the long run. Fine. So the story goes like on 13th of August, we did have a heavy ragging because we didn't have rooms, which many of you are privileged, because at that point of time in 1980, the government has decided to enhance the number of seats in engineering, and vis-a-vis, there was an emergency invoking Article 352 in the country between 75 and 1977. So therefore, there was a super senior batch which was occupying the hostel rooms. So we all were told you would be accommodated only in common rooms. 10 to 12 students will be in a common room, and that was what was our initial accommodation. And that was definitely a wonderful place for a better ragging for the seniors. So they all used to concentrate on the, in our concentrated common rooms and rag us. On 13th of August, this happened, 1980, the ragging happened. Eventually, it slightly gone beyond the terms of reasonability or terms of acceptability, and one of our roommates was to be admitted in the hospital. And on 14th, the institute constituted, the institute anti-ragging committee met, and they could not get a clue out of it who had done this activity. So finally, they decided 15th of August going to be a holiday, and after the flag, hoisting of the flag, we will call the victims. We will call the people who were in the same common room where the victim has been hospitalized. So all of us were called to the room of the dean, where the committee started meeting. And during our time, to show the respect, we were all told by our parents, you should not look at the senior's face. So all of us were looking down with a lot of fear and respect. So they finally said, okay, fine. One of you can identify the people. The suspects have been brought. Typical police mechanism. We didn't have CCTV facility at that point of time. In fact, once I was asking a doctor friend of mine, what if the radiological evaluation was not there, examination was not there? There were doctors in the past also. They must have been much better than you because you take all the advantages of radiological examination. Similar was the situation. Our professors were to break their head in finding out the culprit. So we were the victims there also. We were told, now that you can identify the culprit. So all of us, as usual, out of fear to the seniors and maybe the respect, we were all looking down. Nobody was daring to look at the face of the seniors who were produced before us. My inner voice started haunting me. What are you doing? You had seen that, you know who is it, then why are you keeping quiet? Slowly and slowly my head came up. I looked at the face of one of my seniors and pointed at him and said he was the person. He was my senior from civil engineering itself. Definitely, I was painted by the seniors as a traitor, and I was boycotted on a social boycott for the next 1 year until the person who was suspended returned to my batch in the third semester. When we graduated to third semester, he also joined us after his 1 year suspension, until he joined and made me as his best friend, telling me that the courage which you have shown gave me the realization that what my mischief could cause a feeling to the other people. And he later became a captain with the Indian Air Force. Until he laid down his life for this country, we were very good friends. And that's the courage which I got in my career and in my character, that wherever, whenever you are to speak, you are not supposed to keep quiet. Stand up, talk what you want to talk, whether it is accepted by the general public or you are going to be a socially received person, talk what you are supposed to talk in every occasion. And that pays you in the long run in your life. Many of my colleagues would vouch for it. I do that activity even today. Irrespective of whether it is liked by my director or not, I tell my director in a meeting what I am supposed to tell him. And I tell my students, if you go like this, it is very difficult for you to make a career. They may not like it at this stage, but I had the opportunity of my students returning and telling me that you made our life. If you had not scolded us at that time, we would not have done this, we are today. So that is what the courage, that's what I am sharing you with as a life lesson. Talk wherever you are supposed to talk. Keep quiet when you are not supposed to talk. That is the corollary of that. So there is no harm in upholding your moral or your ethical values in a society in which you are in, whether you are a student or whether you are a grown-up citizen or whether you are going to take up a job tomorrow. Well, for the last 3-4 days, I have been seeing many of you flanked by your parents, walking in the campus. Let me tell you, this is the last opportunity you have got to be flanked by your parents, beyond which they are not there with you. Inside this institute, like what Professor Bhatia has said, including your academics, the first slide which he has projected was choice-based credit system is based on absolute choice. Whatever is going on beyond this point in your life, when your parents go back to their house, you are left all alone. And now you will have to make a choice in your life. Professor Bhatia said, even within Punjab Engineering College, you will have to make a choice of your course. You will have to make a choice of your credits which you are going to opt for. You will have to make a choice of the minor which you are going to do, or the elective which you are going to do, or the career which you are going to choose, what Professor J.D. Sharma has just now told you. the kind of companies which you are going to choose for your internships. Everything is choice-based here onwards. So PC is going to teach you the life skill of making choices in front of uncertainties. So learn that as part of your academics as well as part of your attendant academic activities. Learn it as a life skill. This might help you, may not be in your career, in choosing a life partner, at least. So that's what is the choice system which we are trying to inculcate as a value, and this is what is going to exist with you tomorrow. Well, maybe you can think of the people who have supported you coming all the way to this place, your parents, your mentors, your tutors, your teachers, all of them who had supported you so far and who are going to desert you at this moment, saying that now you take it forward. Maybe you can pause for a while, think of them, give them a round of applause as a token of your gratitude, in case if you have somebody of that kind with you. Fine. When it is said, most of the time by the end of this academic career which you have opted for here, we always turn back and make a statement, "Padhai to kuch hua hi nahi hai." So I was just wondering, trying to find out, has it been the case in the past also? So I could hit onto a very famous statement by none other than Albert Einstein. He did make a statement, "I will not be in a position to teach anybody anything. I can only show him how to learn that." And that's all what we as teachers in Punjab Engineering College will also be opting for. You must be having several jokes about teachers who are repeating, fine, with the same risk of repetition. I can also crack a joke. When we said it, we normally crack a joke in respect of KG school student. So the KG student, Johnny, was almost crying on his first day. The teacher went down to him and asked, "Johnny, what happened to you? Why are you crying?" Because ma'am is smiling because she knows, because I cracked this joke in the last year also. So because I have a new batch of students, so I can afford to repeat the same thing, and this is what exactly we do in many of our classes also. Because we come across with many new students. Fine, coming back to Johnny. So Johnny said, "Ma'am, I hate school because I will have to keep coming here till I am 15. So the teacher looked at him and said, "Take heart, my son. I will have to keep coming here till I am 65. So that is the consolation which you have. You have here only for 4 years, but many of us will be staying here up to 65, seeing many of you passing out from this place. And many a times people do say that teachers also do have an ego. Very recently, I had an opportunity to meet a doctor for a consultation with one of my friends. So the doctor prescribed some medicines. So my friend, who was a techno-savvy person, he immediately told the doctor, "But doctor, sir, I browsed and found that this medicine has a lot of side effects." And that was the end of his treatment. The doctor tore off his prescription and said, "Done, you can go now." So I was wondering who is having the highest ego in the professions. But on a research, I found that teachers have the least ego or the softest ego. You go and touch that, it will start melting. So, say for example, if you think tomorrow that you have not understood maybe the method of substitution in your differential calculus, you go and approach ma'am, tell her, "Ma'am, I did not understand it in the class." Take it granted from me, she would burn the midnight lamp, come up with a lot of exercise problems whereby you are made perfect in that method. And the small smile, you may not say thank you because you refuse to do it even today here. The small smile on your face as a gratitude is taken as gratitude by all of us as teachers. And as you walk out of this gate, when you pass out in 2026, I'm sure 90% of you may not turn back and say hey, thank you to this institute. But see to it that this becomes a habit in your life. You are able to thank people who have contributed to your life or who has been contributing to your life, including your parents. So when Professor J.D. Sharma was talking, I was finding that we make what you are supposed to be made. And that's what a tagline which he did make a statement. I did watch the movie of Tare Zameen Par with my late son. So while we were driving back, he did ask me, what do you think the message of the movie? I told him, the movie message is crystal clear. Every individual is unique. And you don't need to imitate anybody. You don't need to become another Einstein. You need to become only what you are. And like what ma'am has said, refine the person within you and come out as the best of the version 2026 of yours. That's what you will have to do. You don't need to think that I would become another Steve Jobs or I would become XYZ in technology. You know, to take that into your head, you are expected to become what you are and what you are expected to do in this society. So I always remember one of the Tamil poems which I had some time back read. It says, keep your humming sound going so that others would know that you are around. As you leave a feather over because others would get to know that you were here. That let that be your attitude when you go. Leave your mark or imprint on this institute so that we always remember you, and wherever you go, you are taking the legacy of this institute forward. I wish you all the best. A warm welcome to all of you. Wherever, whatever you do, all of us are with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening and thought-provoking words. Tradition we trust, excellence we envision. Dear students, it's time to get to know the man behind this tagline, our worthy director, Dr. Baldev Setia. He is a man of distinct vision and a fountainhead of illuminating ideas, an idol of knowledge, experience and inspiration for all of us. With a blend of more than 35 years of experience in teaching, research, consultancy and administration, Dr. Baldev Setia joined PEC on Lean from NIT Kurukshetra, where he had been serving as a professor in the Department of Civil Engineering since 2006. He was awarded PhD by Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur in 1998. He holds his bachelor's degree in civil engineering and master's in water resources engineering, both from National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra. Dr. Setia has served at various esteemed leadership positions, including the position of director at AICT New Delhi. He has published more than 170 research papers, including 4 patents. He was recently awarded the Eminent Engineering Personality Award for Outstanding Achievements in the Engineering Profession by the Institute of Engineers India, Haryana State Centre on the occasion of 55th Engineers Day at Maharishi Markandeshwar University. His legacy, professionalism and prior achievements are all well known to us and are truly an inspiration. We are honored to have been graced by his presence, and it is my great privilege to welcome him on the dais to address this beautiful batch of 2026. Please, sir.
Thank you, Amandeep, for very kind words. Professor C.V. John, Deputy Director, Deans, Heads of the Departments, Centers, Colonel Joshi, our Registrar, esteemed members of the faculty, and my dear students, budding engineers, the batch of 2026. Well, dear friends, first and foremost, I come forward to welcome you to the portals of this very prestigious institute of our country. all through my previous speakers, they have been telling you about the glorious past that we have had. It was 9th November 1921, almost to this day, 101 years back, when the foundation of this big, prestigious institute was laid in Lahore, pre-independence times. So when we welcome you, we are very close to that day, and I believe it's on a very, very strong footing that you are putting your foot in this institute. I must compliment and congratulate you all, your parents, for having chosen this institute. I must also, at the outset, thank the organizers for having done this big exercise, the Dean Students Affairs, the Deputy Dean, Professor Chawla, and all their faculty colleagues and students for having organized this. Interestingly, they have designed today's program in a very, very nice way. When I was listening to the speakers, which started with our Dean Academic Affairs, I was a little afraid. I know Professor Bhatia, he is a no-nonsense character. Mind you, my dear students, and this is how it all started with. He started with academics and made things very, very clear. That is the first and the major and the most important aspect of your education. But then the organizers were kind enough to tell you what our great past has been. Our well-placed alumni who are spread all over the world, the career opportunities that you have, and then the great message given by our Deputy Director, be bold when you are here. Indeed, this is the time when you have to reinforce your habits, your acumen to take decisions, to make choices. Now is the time when you will find that you have to take those decisions by yourself. Your parents are not going to help you in that. Maybe they are not into that field and they are not competent to give you a decision on that. So this is where I compliment the organizers for having done today's exercise so very well. It's been a wonderful mix of all that's required on the very first day. And I decide that I'll be very normal and soft with whatever I say. Well, friends, our institute during the last 1 year did what is going to enter the annals of this history in golden letters. We started the centenary celebrations with the visit of the Honorable President of India at that time, Shri Ramnath Kovind ji, and then we closed the celebrations again with the visit of the Honorable President of India, Shrimati Draupadi Murmu ji. What a wonderful opening and closing. Believe you me, not many institutes in the country could be boasting of that kind of a celebration. You start with the first citizen, you end the celebrations with the first citizen, what better can you ask for? And in between we had number of activities. If we had been counting, though of course I had a rough count, big and small activities put together, it was crossing the magical figure of 100. We had 3 international conferences conducted by different departments, the Production Engineering Department, the Applied Science Department, the Metallurgy and Materials Department, which were a matter of pride for us all. 3 international conferences in a single year, and the fourth one is in the pipeline in the month of December by the Civil Engineering Department. And in between, there were 21 small and big national conferences, some faculty development programs, but most of these activities were on the part of the faculty. For the students, whatever could be done, despite the restrictions by the pandemic, but the day they were relieved, we came up with our well sought after, well applauded and acclaimed fest for the students, the PEC Fest. In fact, this year again we are going to hold that PEC Fest in this very month, and thanks to the team of organizers led by our Dean Students Affairs, who wanted that it should be conducted when you have the first year students on the campus. So that's been precisely being conducted right in this month, though it should have been conducted a little while back. We had the sports functions, we had all those activities for the students during this year or the year that went by, whatever could be possible. So well friends, all in all, you are in an institute which is indeed very, very prestigious. So having said that, brings you to the challenge that you have to keep up the conventions. And that is what the tagline that we released yesterday. Tradition we trust and excellence we envision. So you are into the second phase of it. You have a very strong foundation on which this institute stands. Very, very strong indeed. 101 years. Can you beat it? Just come to think of it. No IIT in the country, no NIT in the country boasts of that. You are older than them all. So that's the kind of onerous responsibility you hold on your shoulders. When you move up, when you move out from the portals of this institute, you should be carrying on the big name of this institute. Well, friends, when you talk of an institute, what is an institute? It's an amalgam of the faculty. I believe that's the single most important factor. The students, and then you have the staff and other human resources, the infrastructure, the governance structure, the practices. Let me assure you, you're in the safest of the hands. Your faculty, you would have seen, they have been here for very, very long times. They are all very experienced, having had their education in the best of the institutes possible, India and abroad. And then you have a blend of very young faculty as well. And we are paying all attention to boost up the research, the much needed research in our institute. That research angle, this is permeating to the BTech level as well. Our faculty, they have been doing very well in research. Last year alone, we had 4 of our faculty members who had been placed in the first 2% of the scientists all over the world in their respective fields. From out of an institute of our magnitude, 4 faculty members is indeed, if not very great, it's a very, very big proportion. So you can well imagine the kind of faculty, the learned faculty that we have. From that standpoint, I would say that our institute has everything. It has name, fame, tradition. You think of it and we have it. So all in all, I compliment you for having chosen this as your institute for the most important part of your life. This is the point of time, the 4 years, when you will find that this becomes the pivot of your not only education, but of your career and life. Well, friends, normally on this day it's expected that the director comes forward and passes on some advice as well. So having sung praises in the honor of this prestigious institute, I believe that you are going to benefit tremendously academically and research-wise from this institute. My previous speakers, one of the previous speakers said that you're going to get a lot of it from your seniors as well. That's very right. But whenever I hear of that, I appreciate the kind of learning or kind of information that was passed on to me by my seniors, but at the same time, I am reminded of a small joke, which I would like to aptly share with you. This is regarding a small boy, Bablu. He is holding a pen in his hand and a piece of paper before him, and he is trying to scribble something. His father, who is looking at this exercise, he asks him, "Well, Bablu, what is it that you are doing?" Bablu says, "I am writing." "Writing what?" He says, "I am writing a letter." "Letter to whom?" He says, "I am writing a letter to Bablu." But then the father says, "But Bablu, you don't know how to write." He says, "Bablu also doesn't know how to read." So you have one ignorant teaching the other. My suggestion would be that yes, traditions have to pass on. That is what we trust. But at the same time, you should be learning these things from the right source. Believe you me, the traditions and the regulations in our institute, they are very well set. We have people who are non-compromising. We have regulations which are non-compromising. And sitting on the chair of as the director, sometimes I find that our students, being youth, they have a tendency to flout certain rules sometimes. Those flouting of the rules is not in terms of indiscipline, but it is in the form of crossing some deadlines, for which thereafter we have to make a lot of efforts. And if we oblige the students, we are doing two things wrong. We are flouting our rules ourselves, and at the same time we are giving a leeway to the student that yes, you can break the rule, you can cross the deadline, and still nothing will happen to you. And on the contrary, if I stick to those deadlines and those rules and regulations clinically and religiously, I am going to harm the interest of that student. So sitting in that chair, our heads, deans, and the director, they find themselves in a difficult situation. I exhort upon you today on this very first day that you should not expect this kind of leniency. Respect the rules. You have a very, very wide boundary in which you have that freedom. Ours is an institute which starts with the choice-based credit system. It gives you a lot of freedom. You can choose your minor specialization, major specialization. Everything is there. But then still there is a bigger boundary that lies. And that bigger boundary is of the rules and regulations. Kindly respect those rules. That's what I say. And when you are in the institute, again for today, I find it apt to share something on the spiritual front. Not exactly on the spiritual front, but it's on the real life front. I quote from Gita, which says, "Yuktahar viharasya, yukta cheshtascha karmasu, yukta swapnava bodhasya, yogo bhavati dukha." Which means, yog, which rids you of woes, is accomplished by him who is regulated in eating, regulated in working, regulated in sleeping, regulated in merrymaking and playing. Yatha yogya kam, yatha yogya ahar vihar, yatha yogya cheshta, or yatha yogya vishram. Everything has to be balanced. Something that should go down well in your mind, that when you are an institute of this kind, we are offering you not only academics, We are offering you co-curricular activities, extracurricular activities. We are giving you the stage. We are giving you the playground. We are giving the whole world to you. You can present your research work, your papers. You can visit other institutes. What else do you expect? But nevertheless, everything has to be in a very, very balanced measure. There are no extremes. So for these 4 years, we want you to develop as all-rounders in all fields. Academics, of course, being the first and the foremost, this is always on the forefront. So this is my general suggestion to you, and something else that needs to be told on the first day, which my earlier predecessor also told: be grateful to the institute. Our teachers, who have the least ego, very rightly said, but nevertheless, it's your duty to wish them good morning or good afternoon whenever you cross them. I'm not going to that extreme which my principal in the school used to tell. Meet a teacher 10 times, wish him 10 times. I'm being 1/10 of that. But this is something which we need to appreciate and know right on the day one. That's what the teachers expect. And that's the first step towards developing a very good teacher-student relationship. Grateful you will be to the institute, that I'm sure when you move out of this place, it's only then you realize. A couple of months back, I happened to go back to my school. I was very, very fortunate to have been invited there as a chief guest on one very big occasion. The first statement that I made for the school, I repeat before you, and that was, I said, if I have to say something back to my school, it's in 3 words. That's gratitude, gratitude, and more gratitude. So that's what I want you to inculcate on day one. Respect your teachers, wish them, use soft language, proper language, and be thankful. That's the message I would like to give you on the first day. And before I really step down, heart within, I'm also a teacher. So as I said, we have a little tendency to leave the dais before we really pass on the full message to our students. That's what it's a small story regarding what you pursue in life. Sometimes what we start pursuing, we don't pause and think as to what is it that we are doing. Your career building has started today, but the direction specific that you land after 4 years, or maybe slightly more than that, in your life, the seeds of that will be sown today. Or in fact, they have been sown. The story is about 2 friends who were sitting in a farmhouse. In one of the friends' farmhouse, there was a highway close by from where occasionally big trucks would pass. This gentleman, in whose farmhouse the 2 friends were sitting, he had 2 big hounds, dogs, who would be sitting quietly otherwise, but whenever they saw a truck coming and passing nearby them, they would run after them, run after the trucks, chase them out of sight, and come back panting, and again sit down. So this person who had come from outside, he was watching this activity. 3 or 4 times when he watched it, he asked his friend, he says, "Have these dogs of yours ever been able to catch a truck?" No, this person was unmoved. He says, "That's not what I'm worried about. What I'm worried about is the fact that what will they do if they ever catch one?" So sometimes you don't know what you are pursuing. So always in your life, pause, take the help of your seniors, and think as to where you are moving. Well, friends, with these words, once again, I compliment and congratulate you all for having chosen Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh, and to have entered the portals of this great institute. I wish you all the very best. Happy learning. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wise and encouraging words. As they embark upon this new path, we are confident that the pupils have benefited much from it. I feel honored and privileged to express my gratitude for your kind presence, sir, and your continuous efforts to make Punjab Engineering College a better version of itself. A big round of applause for sir, please. बहुत बहुत आदर, बहुत बहुत आभार. Ladies and gentlemen, our worthy director shall be taking our leave now due to an important work commitment. I request all of you to rise as he leaves the auditorium, please. Thank you. All of you are kindly requested to be seated as we continue with the rest of the orientation program. Moving ahead, now we have a documentary video showcasing the rich history of our institute. This documentary includes the stories and challenges faced by the directors who have led this institution to great heights through their visionary ideas, and it imprints the 100 years of glory of PEC. Be ready to experience this nostalgic history of our institute.
Welcome to the Odyssey of Punjab Engineering College, situated at the foothills of Shivalik. The legacy of Welcome to the Odyssey of Punjab Engineering College, situated at the foothills of Shivalik. The legacy of this 149 acres of sprawling green campus dates back to 100 years. Founded as the Moghalpura Technical College in Lahore by the then Lieutenant Governor of Punjab, Sir Edward Douglas McLagan. Post-independence, the institution transitioned to East Punjab Engineering College to IIT Roorkee as Thomson College of Engineering. It was in 1953 that we shifted to Chandigarh as Punjab Engineering College and were recognized as deemed to be university in 2003. Decade by decade, PEC evolved into the magnanimous institution that it is today. Throughout its journey, PEC has played an instrumental role in the nation-building process and is the alma mater to Padma Bhushan Satish Dhawan. Astronaut Kalpana Chawla, the first woman of Indian origin to explore outer space, she was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. Padma Bhushan and comic Mr. Jaspal Bhatti set in front of the world a new paradigm of comedy. Punjab Engineering College has been blessed with visionary leaders such as Dr. H.C. Singh, Dr. S.R. Mehra and Dr. R.N. Dogra, who have paved the way to the institution's remarkable legacy. Our director, Dr. Baldev Setia, is currently holding the baton to help the institute strive and achieve greater excellence and carry forward the rich centenary legacy. PEC commemorated the milestone achievement and successful conduction of the centennial celebration. The honorable dignitaries of Chandigarh set off the centenary celebrations in a blissful manner, releasing balloons to mark an upward journey. Then came the great day, 16th November 2021, when we had our former president Sri Ramnath Kovind amidst us for blessing the institute. The president gifted the Centenary Hall, Centenary Gate, and the state-of-the-art Semiconductor Research Center. History was drafted with the release of a special postage stamp and a coffee table book. Punjab Engineering College has been a pioneer in encouraging technical growth. The faculty and students at the college have been actively involved in conducting international and national conferences, short-term courses, expert lectures, hackathons, and competitions covering today's emerging standalone technologies. PEC has been selected in the first cohort of 30 institutions of India with the funding of 85 lakhs under the Semiconductor Mission of India. 2 professors from our institute made it to the list of top 2% scientists in the world. MOUs with UT Police for Cybersecurity, PEC US Alumni Education Foundation, PGI, Logically, IIT Ropar, CSIO were signed to promote and enhance research and academic interaction, promoting the vision of a democratic nation among the young minds. Samvidhan Divas, Engineers Day, Drug De-Addiction Day, Teachers Day, and other events were celebrated with great enthusiasm, spreading the patriotic feeling and aligning with the national agenda of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Various competitions, Har Ghar Tiranga March and Independence Day with grandeur and gaiety, PEC has always strived for the holistic development of its students, who are efficiently skilled in a diverse range of cultural and technical activities.
The college witnessed its 52nd convocation ceremony on the 9th of October as a part of its centenary year celebration. The President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, was invited as the chief guest for the event. The President praised the institution for emerging as a leading research institution and contributing to global technological change. Highlighting PEC's contribution in providing luminaries to the country, the President congratulated the students and advised them to never forget their duties towards their country. The President distributed gold medals to the students and also conferred honoris causa to the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Central Government, Dr. Ajay Kumar Sood, and Advisor to the UT Administrator, Shri Dharampal. A convocation souvenir was released by the Punjab Governor, Shri Banwari Lal Purohit, and was presented to the President. The Director of the institution, Dr. Baldev Setia, also presented the degrees to the passing out batch of students.
Punjab Engineering College relentlessly strives to contribute to the development and glory of the nation and will continue to empower India's commitment to its diversity and innovation. Welcome to the Odyssey of Punjab Engineering College, situated at the foot.
Indeed, an amazing showcase of the rich history and culture of Punjab Engineering College. Now we have with us Dr. Sanjay Batish, the head of Computer Center. The Computer Center is the central place for campus-wide networking and internet connectivity. Backbone connectivity initiates from this center and caters to over 1,000 nodes throughout the campus. The center is equipped with web servers, academia servers, email servers, security walls, bandwidth management, and data servers. Put your hand together for Dr. Sanjay Batish, the harbinger of PEC Wi-Fi.
Thank you very much. Professor Divya Bansal, Dean Alumni. I welcome all the students of the batch 2026 to this campus, Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh. Myself, Sanjay Batish. I'm heading the center. So, I'll just give you the brief introduction about the computer center, what we are doing for the students, what kind of services, what kind of things we are providing to the students, and what the students are getting benefits from the center. This center started in 1994, then till what we can say we have a bandwidth of 1 gigabit, that is from the National Knowledge Network. We have a bandwidth of 155, which is a backbone. So we have two bandwidths which taken care of the regular connectivity, seamless connectivity. So we have other things also. We have data center, we have servers, we have 100 terminal cluster labs, we have video conferencing facilities. We have campus, the whole campus, the academic area as well as the hostels covered with the Wi-Fi facilities. So about us, we have facilities, we provide environment, both the environments we have, that is Microsoft Windows environment, and we have Linux environment. In the infrastructure, we have many things, that is campus network, we have manageable switches, storage area, we have firewalls, routers, everything is there in the campus. We have this CCTV serverless system also, that is in the whole campus, which do the whole recording process. So in the web services, we provide web services. We are hosting servers for the web services. We have LIBS servers, that is for the library. We have NPTEL server here in the campus, from where you can explore your lectures. Lecture materials are available in the campus, in-house, this facility is available. We conduct training programs, that is for the faculty, staff development programs, and we conduct workshops for the students. We provide services, as I told you, provide services to the students, that is email, we provide official email IDs to all the students. Internet usernames to all the students to explore, to work on the internet. Then we frame certain technical specifications for the campus. So these are the core functions which we used to do, that is from the networking to the web development. We do in-house web development in the campus, in which students who are interested, they are involved with us doing this development, web development things, and also they work on the applications. In the this academic area, we conduct examinations, we conduct the other things which are available in the campus. Then in the research areas, we do research also, that is we do research publications in the artificial intelligence, IoT, as well as in the computer networks. So we have this, in institute network, we have the controller-based Wi-Fi. The controller-based Wi-Fi will take you the seamless connectivity in the Wi-Fi, right? And it monitors each and every user account. Then we have other servers available. We do web development here, but the main thing is what we are doing here is the online admission portal, which conducts this admission process for the PhD, for the MTech students, as well as for the UG students. Those who are in the other subcategories like defense, sports, Kashmiri migrants, and freedom fighter. So we have our IT policy here in the campus. So users, please, as told by Sir also, Director Sir also, that respect each and everything. So we have our own policy. We have to obey certain rules and regulation for exploring the internet, for getting into the sites. So in case certain complaints or anything is happening here, we will take some appropriate action. There are certain committees, we will take actions against that. So violation of the policy will be treated as academic misconduct also. In extreme cases, the access of the internet and IC facilities may be completely disabled for the students. So for the usage, the students may authorized accounts, they can use their own accounts, right? So may use the computing and IT facilities for this, while we'll give you the usernames and passwords through your respective email ID which you provided yesterday. So do not violate any law, any rule in the campus, right? So it and does not result in the commercial gain. Please note that. In this, what we can say, the privacy of the others is very important. Please take care about all these things. Passwords, please keep your passwords with yourself only. Don't share your passwords. This is also very important. Every time student used to come to us, please change the password, so somebody has taken my password, I have lost my password. Please take care about all these things. It is the user's responsibility to protect their account from unauthorized use by changing the passwords. Any attempt to this is unauthorized access to the local or network resources is totally forbidden. My request to all the students not to misuse the network. About the materials, this is very important. We are regularly monitoring your MAC address, right? So unauthorized content or any material, if you download, it is requested, please don't do that. Or installation of unlicensed software is strictly prohibited here. So for the email, I can say that to the extent possible, users are expected to use only their official email address for the official work provided by the institute. See, spamming is strictly prohibited, disallowed here. And share your email account. Please don't share. Don't share anything else with your friends. This is also very important. And peer-to-peer connections are not allowed, like torrent. Don't try to download certain contents through peer-to-peer connectivity. Playing of games on internet is also not allowed here. And display and storage of offensive materials is not allowed. This is very important. Please note down these things. So we provide Wi-Fi facility here in the campus. To extent possible, users are expected to connect only to the official Wi-Fi network only. Setting up unsecured Wi-Fi system on the campus is prohibited. We have noticed sometimes in the hostels, students try to connect to the other Wi-Fi facilities. Students are expected to take proper care of the network equipment also, which is like access points which we installed in the hostels, right? It is your responsibility to take care about all this infrastructure. We provide credentials, email account. Once the accounts are created, it is officially notified through email to all the students. And this user name and password is the same for the internet access. The student will receive this institute email ID and password on their email ID provided by the students during the admission process. Students are advised to change their passwords on the first login. This is very important. Please change the password, right? In case the email address provided during the admission process is not operational, the student should report to the center. Please come down to computer center. We have our own team. Please give them a request that my password is not working, so we'll change it. One most important thing, that we will send you a Google page which is an undertaking. It is mandatory for all the students to comply with this and submit this undertaking. This undertaking will take care about, I will not misuse the internet facility. I will take full responsibility of any information sent from my email ID. I understand that my account will remain valid for my enrollment in the institute, and I will not use any cracked pirated software. This is very important. Don't use any pirated software in the campus. This link will be shared through email to all the students. Soon you will get this email from Computer Center. And failing to submit the above mentioned undertaking with 3 days to receipt of the link will result in deactivation of the email ID. So this is an advisory that the advisory has been issued to all the students and research scholars of PEC on July 1, 2022 regarding the use of unauthorized cracked version of softwares in the institute. So it's very important. Please do not use any cracked software. Otherwise, this will be the responsibility of the users only, not the campus. See, this is very important, please. So we have our own team. We have myself, 2 network administrator, Sushil, Shri Sushil, Prab Simran Singh Bindra, and Sandeep Pathak. These are our team, right? You can meet anyone in the computer center if you face any problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words. Next up, we have the Applied Sciences Department. This is the department from which you all would be having all the courses in your first year. Headed by Dr. Sujeta Dutt, this department will provide you the basic elemental tools that would help you in your upcoming years. Now, I would like to request Dr. Asha Gupta, officiating head, to please come over to the podium and address the batch of 2026. Round of applause.
Yes, good morning everyone. Welcome to PEC. On behalf of Department of Applied Sciences, I, Dr. Asha Gupta, Professor in Mathematics, extend a hearty welcome to the students of 2022 batch. Applied Sciences play a very important role in the learning of or in the becoming of an engineer, because the principles of sciences help an engineer to provide economic solutions to the technical problems. Iska cursor kahan hai? So this is the curriculum structure for the first year. The first is the orientation, which is going on, and in the first year we teach mathematics, physics and chemistry and environment science, which are taught by the Department of Applied Sciences. You have studied a lot of physics, chemistry, mathematics in +2, but here we will teach you a higher level of physics, chemistry and mathematics, and these are the foundation courses and they will help you a lot in the learning of engineering courses. In the semester 1, we have mathematics 1, which is common to all branches, and we have physics 1 / chemistry 1. Oblique means half of the students will study physics and half of the students will study chemistry. Then there is GSC 1 and GSC 2 / ESC 1. That means again same, that half of the students will study GSC 1 and GSC 2 and half of the students will study ESC 1. And similarly for the other courses. Similarly, in the semester 2, we have mathematics 2. Here there is the option, one course is of probability and statistics and the other course is of vector calculus. Half of the students, almost half of the students study probability and half of the students study vector calculus. Then there is chemistry and physics, then again the other courses. PY1101, that is mechanics and optics, that is taught to the students of aero, civil, mechanical and production in the first semester, whereas the metallurgy students will study condensed matter physics, that is PY1301. And in the second semester, electromagnetic theory is taught to the students of computer science, electronics and electrical engineering, and its code is PY1201. So half of the students, almost half of the students are studying mechanics and optics, and half of the students are studying electromagnetic theory. And half of the students are studying physics in first semester, and half of the students are studying physics in second semester. Similarly, for the chemistry, CH1101 Applied Chemistry 1, this is taught to the students of CSE, Electrical and Electronics in the first semester, and Applied Chemistry 2, this is taught to the students of Aero, Civil, Mechanical, Math and Production in the second semester. Similarly, Environmental Engineering 2, that is taught to the students of first semester by the Chemistry section, to the students of Aero, Civil, Mechanical, Math and Production, and to the students of Computer Science, Electrical and Electronics in the second semester. These are the mathematics courses. MA1101, that is calculus and ordinary differential equation. This is common for all the branches. All students of first year, they will study MA1101 in the first semester, and since this is common for all the students, the grading is also done common. MA1201, this is linear algebra, vector calculus and partial differential equation. Aero, mechanical and electronic students will study in second semester, whereas computer science, electrical meta production, they will study probability and statistics. Whereas the civil engineering students may choose from MA 1201 and MA 1301. Civil students have the choice, they can choose anyone, MA 1201 or MA 1301. And after the first year, we also offer open elective courses in physics, chemistry and mathematics, and also for the minor specialization. We almost offer 8 courses in mathematics and 4 courses in physics for the specialization or open elective courses in the second year, third year and fourth year. This is the evaluation criteria. This is common in almost all the subjects. In 100, if the paper is of 100 marks, quizzes, assignment and project, these tests carry the weightage of 30 to 40%. And midterm examination carry the weightage of 15 to 25%, and end term examination carry the weightage of 40 to 50%. And this is a continuous process. When the around 20% syllabus is over, we conduct the first quiz or first assignment test, and when nearly half of the syllabus is over or half of the semester is over, we conduct the midterm examination, and at the end of the semester, we conduct end term examination. And the main features of the evaluation is that it is a continuous process. Whatever the syllabus is covered, we conduct a quiz test or assignment test or the practical test according to the subject. And the grading is done on a 10-point scale. A plus A, B plus B, C plus C and D, F. And please note that A plus is given to only 10% students. And there is a transparency in evaluation. Whatever the evaluation we do, whatever the test you give, and we evaluate it and we show it to the students. And if there is any discrepancy or anomaly, you can talk to your teacher and it can be sorted out. Now I will give you the brief introduction of Department of Applied Sciences. The Department of Applied Sciences mainly has 3 sections: physics, chemistry and mathematics. Earlier, humanities section was also a part of Department of Applied Sciences, but now it is acting as a different center. The total sanction strength of Applied Science Department is 18. There are 5 professors, 1 associate professor, 2 assistant professors and 1 emeritus professor. And there are 14 temporary faculty. Dr. Sucheta is the professor and head of the Department of Applied Sciences, and the other 4 professors are Dr. Harminder Kaur in the chemistry, Dr. Vasundhara Singh in chemistry section, Dr. Asha Gupta, myself in mathematics, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar, professor in physics. Dr. Shobna Dhiman is associate professor in physics, Dr. Sumti Mahajan and Dr. Prem Lata, they are assistant professor. Dr. Sumti Mahajan is in mathematics and Dr. Prem Lata is in chemistry. These are the laboratories in the Applied Science Department. Chemistry Lab 1 and 2, this is meant for the first year students. And there are 3 research labs, Chemistry Research Lab 1, 2 and 3. There are 2 physics labs 1 and 2 for the students of BTech first year and second year. There is a physics research lab and 1 mathematics lab. These are the few suggestions. My suggestion is that please be regular in your class. Don't skip your class. Whatever is done in the class, whatever is taught to you in class, please try to revise at home. And in the end, I would say that only hard work pays. Hard work is the best medicine that will kill the disease called failure. Only hard work will pay you. Only with hard work you will be successful in life. In the end, I wish you best of luck and happy stay in the pack. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. So now, the newly inaugurated Semiconductor Research Center, which was inaugurated by a former president, Shri Ramnath Kovind Singh, is the brainchild of Dr. Arun Kumar Singh. He is a professor at the Electronics and Communication Department. He completed his PhD from University of Manchester
from in the United Kingdom, and he is the coordinator of this research center. I would like to invite him on the dais to address the gathering.
So good morning, everyone. So just a minor correction, I'm not professor, I'm associate professor in electronics department. Okay, so as I'm going to talk about Semiconductor Research Center. So nowadays, everyone is talking about Semiconductor Mission of India, right? So what is it? Any ideas? We are having mobiles in our hand, we use laptops, we commute from cars, we use washing machines, we use microwave ovens, so many electronic products in our home. So all electronic products are basically made from semiconductors. So semiconductor is a material which is acting as a conductor as well as acting as a insulator. So that is the semiconductor. For electronic devices, we use semiconductors because conductors can conduct freely, means you are having linear relation, ohmic reason, but diodes, transistors, which you must have heard about it, are not linear devices, they are non-linear devices. That's why your devices are working. You are receiving signals from wireless towers, using Wi-Fi, etc. So Semiconductor Research Center is basically a facility where you can fabricate such devices. And why this is very important to fabricate such devices in a very specific laboratory. Right now in this room, if we see number of dust particles having diameter of 0.1 micrometer, 0.5, 5 micrometer, 10 micrometer, 20 micrometer also. But the devices which you are using are of very smaller size like nanometers. So whenever we go for purchasing our mobiles, we look for what technology it is having. 5 nanometer processor is there, right? 3 nanometer, 7 nanometer, 14 nanometer. So that is the device size. If we are having dust particle of 1 micrometer and devices of 5 nanometer, then dust particle will cover your device. So 5 nanometer, on top of that 1 micrometer size of dust particle, so your device will not work. So we have to remove dust particle from the laboratory. Then you manufacture all these devices. So the room is designed in such a way that you are not having dust particles effectively. So typically in semiconductor fabrication, we use term clean room facilities. So clean room is basically defined in such a way that if we take a per cubic feet volume and see dust particles in that volume, and that dust particle should be smaller than 0.5 micrometer, then you count the dust particles. If dust particle is 10, having size of 0.5 micrometer or smaller, then it is class 10 clean room. If it is 100, then class 100. If it is 1000, then class 1000. If it is 1 lakh, it is 1 lakh clean room. So here we are having more than 10 lakhs dust particle in per cubic feet. So that is the clean room. So as already informed that it was inaugurated last year on 16th November by our Honorable President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovindji. So this is the lab which is situated near to the library. So whenever you are going towards library, you can see this laboratory from outside. To go inside the lab and do the experiments, you need to have proper gowning. So there is a proper protocol. So before going to the lab facility, I would like to show you the applications. So can I have video, please? So this video will let you know that what applications you will be having if you fabricate a device in the semiconductor lab. So I have taken it from Bosch website. So it is not a publicity to Bosch, but there are so many manufacturers also who are making chips. So one particular device I have shown here is MEMS, Micro Electromechanical System, which means it is having electronics, it is having electrical, it is having mechanical, and maybe some concept from civil as well. So I think you must have got a very good idea that where we can use these devices. So right now we talked about sensors. So almost everywhere we are using sensors, right? So now in order to fabricate these sensors, as I told, we need to have certain labs where we can do. So we have to start with the chemistry. So chemistry is again very important. You have to use chemicals in order to do the processing. So we have a specialized chemistry lab where you do the cleaning of the substrate semiconductors. Then after that you have to do photolithography. Photolithography means you use light, optical light to make the patterns or devices. So we have that lab also. Then after that we have to deposit materials or make semiconductors. So again materials branch is very important. So you have to learn how you can deposit material, how you can grow the materials, what materials are required for your electrical applications, what materials are required for insulating applications. All those things you can identify, and based upon that you can use the facilities. Then once your devices are ready, you have to do electrical characterization. You have to check whether they are doing sensing up properly or not, whether they are working or not, what is the reliability, means how long they can sustain. So all those tests you have to do, and for that also we are having equipments in our lab. So these are the some equipments consolidated over here. You can see our web page also for dedicated for this semiconductor research center. There you can find in which area we are working. So we are working on different devices which can be used for different applications like rectification, detecting signals, doing processing, doing sensing applications. So we have many visitors from different organizations. So we have IIT visitors, DRDO visitors, ISRO visitors, and we also provide training opportunities to our BTech students as well as outsiders also. So from any branch, if you are interested to work in this laboratory, so it is an interdisciplinary work, so you can see which work you want to do and with whom you want to do. So if you have some idea, you can always visit to me, and we will be working in this laboratory. So these are the some areas, so I am just skipping it. So another video which I am going to show is the facilities inside the lab and how we work in the lab. Okay, so if you want to work in the lab, you can find me in electronics department, then we can devise some mechanism by which you can be allowed to work inside the lab. So before entering the lab, we have to do some training sort of thing, like safety training, how to deal with the chemicals and how to deal with the equipments. Okay, so with this, all the best for you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words. Students, now you're entering the world of technology, and with great opportunity comes equal responsibility. Cybersecurity and its awareness is really important for everyone. Our college provides a special focus on cybersecurity. The Dean of Alumni Affairs, Dr. Divya Bansal, is also the head of the Cybersecurity Research Center. I would like to invite Dr. Divya on the stage to share her words of wisdom with the upcoming batch.
So good morning once again. Louder. Thank you. So I'm very glad that I got the opportunity, after Professor Arun, because, what we do and what he does, they really augment so well, and you'll actually be able to connect the dots because you are students from different departments, So just before that, I tell you more about our Cybersecurity Research Center. I would like to introduce to you very quickly what cybersecurity is, just the way he introduced what semiconductors is, because today is your first day and some of you might not really be very well aware of. Though cybersecurity is something nowadays, it's just like a hygiene, the way whenever you come back from your home, you're being told you're supposed to wash your hands. And in COVID, we've realized that the hygiene is so important, to keep the infection away. In a similar manner, now when you use your digital devices, be it laptops or your smartphones, you're supposed to maintain a cyber safety hygiene, which means how do you ensure there is no malware, viruses, and your data remains protected. So in that front, cyber safety hygiene has become almost similar for your digital data, similar to what you actually practice in your daily life, keeping the infections, the viruses away. So here also in the digital technology, how to keep the viruses away and keeping your data safe. So here, more immunity you have, hygiene you follow, safer you are going to be in a similar way, the data in your devices is going to be. So, it is just a matter of imagination. If anyone feels that, oh, cybersecurity must be for computer science or for electronics and not for me. So just for everyone, I just want to tell you that just to get you, in your head as in why cybersecurity is used by everyone in our day-to-day lives. And for that, just imagine the digital technologies which you're using in your life. So here is this guy, Tom, okay. Now, so he's using a lot of products. He has an Android phone with him, so I'm using him as an example. And so assume that this guy, Tom, has a Gmail account since the year 2004, okay. So he's using a phone since 2004. So by now he has 1,34,000 emails in his Gmail account. He has 2,700 contacts saved in his phones. He has watched about 9,200 YouTube videos. He has downloaded about 117 apps from the Google Play Store. He has about 35 passwords in his wallet. And it also says that there is some unknown glitch. Tom's location is shown in Australia while he doesn't live in Australia, so that's a glitch. We'll talk about it. He has about 855 documents which he opened in Google Docs. He has 3 Android devices, and till date, since the year 2004, he has made 6,400 Google searches. Can you imagine the amount of data that this guy, Tom, you were hearing about Bubloos and Loveloos and Johnnies, and I introduced to you Tom. So can you imagine the amount of data that Tom has generated since the year 2004? So this is the amount of data, right? And you can't even imagine that on the internet, in the digital world, you have a digital profile of yours. And this digital profile is made using all the data that you have generated in last 1 decade or 2 decades, ever since you have been using these digital devices. All the applications that you use, be it Microsoft, be it a Google phone, these apps, if you imagine Google Maps, which you use, all these apps are owned by these big IT giants, Facebook, Insta, Twitter, for Apple users, they're mostly Apple-based applications, so they are custodian of your data. And at the back end, just imagine, when you connect all, the data is sort of interconnected with each other, like your Gmail data is connected to contacts and the YouTube watches, kind of videos that you watched on YouTube, kind of searches that you made on Google. When this entire data is interrelated, Google knows much more about you than your best friend or your mother or your girlfriend. It knows a lot about you. Whenever, you use Google Maps, and suppose every day you're coming to the college, you have a pattern. You might have location services on. And when your location services are on, the Google knows your pattern, your mobile pattern, your mobility pattern in your life. When you leave your home, when you reach your college, and one of the days, you said, oh, I have a date today in Cafe Coffee Day. Cafe Coffee Day is closed, maybe, let's say barista. So I have a date there. You didn't tell at your home. You didn't tell your friends. Nobody knows that you're dating. Google knows, because it can see an outlier. Every day you used to leave home at 9 a.m. in the morning and used to be back home at 5, but today there is a deviation, your location is different. And you have AI algorithms running at the back. So it is that data. So here we are talking about privacy of your data, but the data is an asset in today's world, and it is this data which has to be safeguarded. And all the principles, the procedures, the algorithms that we build to safeguard this kind of data comes under the domain of cybersecurity. You understand Tom now and Tom's problems? Okay. So there is a huge amount of big data which is generated in your lives. So I'll just place some facts, I have to maintain time because organizers told me they're just running behind. A quick facts for you. All the Fitbits, smartwatches that we watch, I keep it, wow, it tells me how many steps I took since morning. And every day I feel good. Yay, I could finish my 10,000 milestone. I took those steps. Every day is of my data. And Professor Arun mentioned about orientation sensor in your smartphone. So whenever you turn your laptop device, there is an orientation sensor, how you're moving your device. In gaming also you use it. And then there are some apps also, if you're using Canvas or some apps, if you have to erase something, you just shake the device, it gets erased. Or there is another application that suppose you're watching a photograph and a picture on your phone and you change the orientation to landscape, the picture also changes its orientation. How? Because there is a sensor, orientation sensor. The moment you change the device, the sensor knew there is a motion. So the picture also from portrait moved to the landscape. Have you noticed it? The question is, how is it happening every time? Because there is an orientation sensor built into the phone. But every moment you are generating data and you have no idea about the million of data points that you are generating. So when we use these kind of Fitbits, I may be very happy that I'm able to track my steps. It tells me, gives me the advice that I'm supposed to stand, I should take a deep breath, I should complete my steps, I should exercise. But where is this entire data going? It also has location. Who's the custodian of this data? Who knows? And using this Fitbit, my entire activity can be characterized. When was I sleeping? What kind of activities do we do? They can characterize running, standing, sitting, different gestures, these gestures. So everything that I am doing can be characterized using the data which the sensors are producing. But while electronics talk about manufacturing these kind of chips, semiconductor, I'm talking about the data which is generated by the devices through the applications. Who is holding this data? And what do they do with your data? And how do we safeguard this data? we're talking about that application level. So looking at the facts, as I said, 90% of the data in the world was created just in the past 2 years. Every 2 days, we create as much information as we did in the beginning of 2003. No wonder why everybody is talking about big data, data science, data analytics, because it's a huge amount of data which is getting generated by each individual through several devices that you use. Every minute we send 204 million emails, which generate 1.8 million Facebook likes, send 278,000 tweets. I don't know what Elon Musk is going to do now since he's laying off his staff, and upload about 2 lakh of photos to Facebook in the world. Can you imagine the amount of data which Facebook, is holding? And now Mark Zuckerberg is also owning which app? WhatsApp. Now interrelate the data, the Facebook data and the WhatsApp. So how much they know about you. So we have data in zettabytes. Google alone processes on average over 40,000 search queries per second, making it over 3.5 billion queries in a single day. Around 100 hours of videos are uploaded to YouTube every minute, and it will take you around 15 years to watch every video uploaded by users in one day. That's the amount of big data that we are talking about. 570 new websites spring into existence every minute, and between the companies monitoring Twitter to measure the sentiment analysis on Twitter, entire politics is now played on Twitter, the narratives. They analyze about 20 terabytes of tweets every day. And they have those powerful AI-based algorithms which automatically analyze the sentiments of people and can even manipulate the sentiments by, uploading their own narratives. So this big data also is used to predict crimes, the patterns of crimes, the mobility pattern also of the criminals. Even the Chandigarh police, Punjab police, and almost all state police is primarily now applying digital forensics to investigate crimes. Now the evidence, the hard disk, the memories, the devices, the sensors, the data generated through sensors, they act as forensics, they give an evidence trail to be able to actually do search and seizure processes and find out about the criminals. So just to tell you about cybersecurity. So now we say that data is the new oil. Why? Because earlier the wars were fought for resources, and the most important natural resource which would make a country the richest was oil, the Saudi countries. Now US has become global power because that was one country which invested earliest and the most in the IT companies. The irony is, being an Indian, if you look at our phones and you look at the most frequently used apps, either on a laptop or a mobile device, which are those? Okay, which is the most commonly used app? Anyone can tell me. WhatsApp. Who's owning it? Which country? Second important app, frequently used app. Insta. Which is the company? Country? Which operating system? Which country? Talk about third app, fourth app. YouTube. Who's the owner? Country. Do you have anything of your own? Talk about operating system, talk about apps, talk about applications. Everything which resides and sits on your devices is from the country US. You know how they became the global power. So the next wars are going to be fought with data as the asset. Why? Anybody who's the custodian of such huge amount of data has intelligence, has information, has all insights to what's happening in a country. And they commercialize this data, they become rich. Facebook, do you pay anything for Facebook? Do you pay anything to use Google Maps? Do you pay anything for YouTube? All services coming to you for free. It's your data which is sold for commercialization, for advertisements, for personally giving advertisements. They make money, they are becoming richer and richer, and you say, we get free services, right? They're becoming billionaires. And what are we trying to say here? Which is the richest asset for the world? The data. And what am I talking about? Cybersecurity. How do you safeguard your data? And when do we become sensitive to the fact that you cannot say, I have nothing to hide? 5 friends sit on a table in a mess, keep your phone unlocked, give authority to another 6th friend and say, yaar, mere phone pe kuch bhi dekh le, mere pe to kuch bhi nahi hai chupane ke liye. And when you start doing it, you would realize your data. And while you might not hand over your phone to anyone, but there's somebody else who has each and every piece of information about you. You know, and this is the data which is sold, and this is the data that we try to safeguard, and this is what the domain cybersecurity does to us. Talk about smart speakers. How many of you have Alexa-based devices at homes? Raise your hands. What does it do? What kind of command do you give to Alexa? What kind of command do you give to Alexa? Wake me up at this time, play this song, do this, do that. And every time when you give a command, what's happening? They are storing information about you. What do you like? What do you dislike? What kind of, that entire data is stored. Remember Tom? I did not mention about the new era gadgets and devices. Add those devices to it and then look at the quantum of data. So the key message, data is the new oil. Wars are going to be fought for the data, and it is being called information warfare. Ukraine-Russia recent war which is being ran, we did a case study and a timeline study. The worst thing that they did at the back end was how they were bringing down the information infrastructure, because be it power, be it banking, all such essential services have been automated, and once you bring down these kind of network, the services are no more available to the citizens. You can almost cause a complete blackout to the entire country by bringing telecommunication down, by bringing electricity sector down, and so on. So data is precious and will last longer than the human themselves. If you don't know about it, Facebook has a policy now that if you die, whom do you want to assign the will to operate your Facebook account? Just check it. That option is there now. Why? Because if there are people like me who've been using Facebook from last 20, 30 years, so like when I did my PhD, when I got a new job, when I got married, when I had a daughter, when my daughter took the first steps as a toddler, when she went to the school for the very first time, the holidays I had with her, Facebook knows it all. And when I die, I should decide who should be the custodian of this kind of an information. So you should know the relevance of data and why this data needs to be safeguarded and how. So we have the Cybersecurity Research Center where we conduct high quality applied research in this area. And one of the major mission objectives is also to create indigenous innovative solutions, because when we have these kind of applications which are built in India, make in India, why? Because once you make the products in India, they belong to you, the money comes to our businessmen, we become rich, we become the custodian of our data as a country, the laws of India are applicable on it, and when this happens, we can become powerful as a nation. And hence why indigenization is very important, and that is also one of the mission objectives for us. We do a lot of trainings and policy advising. We do it for the UT police. We sign MOU with them. We are going to be training their senior officers. We have done that in the past also for various police officers. We work closely with the military, the intelligence, national security agencies. We work on social media intelligence as well, how to gather insights. So our PhD scholars have been working on problems like radicalization, terrorist radicalization using social media. So we get to understand that which are the groups which potentially are doing radicalization on social media and how they should be dealt with. So that's an example of the kind of research we do. We run an MTech program in computer science and information security. We have PhD program. We have advanced executive programs that we run, and we conduct a lot of hackathons with the undergrad students, so that you can polish your skills and actually hone this area if you wish to. Our center is again, the center which has the highest number of sponsored research projects in PEC since the year 2007. And most of our scholars, they work for internships either in corporates, but they've also been doing internships at national security agencies such as DAIRA, as well as Signal Intelligence, as well as IB. And all top companies come for placements for our students as well. We have collaborations with the government, in Ministry of Defense, MIT, DST, Police, Media Lab Asia, Defense. We do joint projects with IIT Bombay, Kharagpur, NIT Durgapur, Singapore, and other universities. National security agencies, we have strategic collaborations with them, with industry. And of course, we do a lot of safety programs and campaigns for the citizens also, especially those who are elderly or who are not so IT savvy and don't understand that why the data actually needs to be safeguarded and how. We signed a lot of MOUs in the last year as well. Our main domains in which we work is cryptography. If you have watched the movie, The Imitation Game, anyone? How the German war was fought? And that algorithm which was broken, the device Enigma was broken. Did anybody watch it? Please watch Imitation Game if you haven't. That would tell you the importance of cryptography, the algorithm, and because that machine was broken, how the war could be won. And there was entire mathematics and these cryptographic algorithms behind it. There are a lot of movies, information security, cyber warfare, cloud computing, cyber threat intelligence, dark web, AI, bioinformatics, social media analytics, digital forensics. These are the areas that we work in. We have a lot of sponsored research projects, which means we must be doing a good work. Why government is sponsoring our work and giving us large number of grants. We have the required infrastructure, 500 teraflops of supercomputing facility, plus any kind of sensor you talk about, temperature, proximity, raindrop, pressure, barometer, magnetometer, any kind of sensor you talk about, we have it in our lab. Top companies visit us. During COVID also, we did different kind of work. We also did work on some robotics. Our lab was open. So one of our patents got published, and we also give a proof of concept for some robots which could deliver food and medicines and was contactless. We have been publishing in high impact journals because primarily it is the research. So journals, conference papers, tier 1 conferences. So there's a lot of action, which is, you can do a lot of projects in this domain. And there is a internship program of UT Police also, where our center is the nodal head. So many second year, third year students are doing the internship with UT Police through our center. They get the training as well. So we'll be happy to have you to work with us, explore this part of the world, cybersecurity. And you have another center, data science, which just got, opened up this year. So they are pretty hot technologies, and I'm sure you would enjoy working in these areas. So this is just a brief introduction which I wanted to give you about the center, Cybersecurity Center. So wishing you a good time again, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful insights. Next up, we have the Siemens Center. The idea of having Siemens Center originated from the need to align engineering education with the latest industry trends, practices, upgradation of tools, laboratories, and faculty skills, as well as inclusion of latest engineering concepts into academic curriculum structure. This world-class skill development center is dedicated to the area of automation, energy, and manufacturing, and has state-of-the-art facilities and covers a total area of 1,600 square feet. The intended outcomes of the COE is to train students with industry-relevant skills, to improve employability with better remuneration, to assess for better placements, and to increase the industry-academia partnership for live projects of the industry. The center is currently working under the commendable supervision of Professor Rajendra M. Bilokar, and I would like to invite him to give us some insights. Please give a round of applause for sir.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Time is running out, so I will try to show you everything which we have got. Now, today, you have seen today's era is about skill. Unless you, theoretical knowledge and skill, if it is not there, only theoretical knowledge is not going to give you any kind of output or better management or better visibility. That PEC management thought about this, installing this lab. This is one of the kind of lab which NIT Trichy, NIT Nagpur, NIT Kurukshetra and NIT Warangal has got. None other than even IIT doesn't have such kind of facility all over India. Some of the lab which are Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore has got, we have got that lab also. So what are these labs? These labs are nothing but latest development in softwares which are available in industry, latest machines and equipment which are available in industry. These you will be having here itself. So when you enter into the industry, you will not find anything wrong. Whatever you have gone through study, through different kinds of exercise, tutorials, you will find them similar to that of industry. So you will be easily accommodated into industry and you will gain a good kind of confidence there. In PEC, we have got 14 labs. All these labs are divided into 3 areas. Nowadays, everybody is talking about data analysis and manufacturing and energy sectors, which are coming in a big way. Now, digital manufacturing is an area where out of 14 labs, 7 labs are divided into that. 3 labs are for energy sectors, renewable energy sectors, and rest of the 4 labs which are covering automation. Now, in automation, you need to program, you need to automate few things, escalators or conveyors or even lifts which are operated. Even your car is getting operated, has got certain sensors, and you need to program them. So automation lab has got, I will skip this, there is an introduction about this. The introduction has already been given. Now these are the labs which has got 14 different labs. And 3 labs I said they are in energy sector, renewable energy, that means solar and wind energy. You will be able to do justice to complete knowledge about the solar and wind energy. Then as I was going through the automation lab, in automation lab you will be doing programming on a PLC. Then there are sensors which are receiving the signals from PLC through automation lab. So you will be simultaneously doing programming of sensors, different kind of sensors. And then once everything is matched in real time, the sensors are sending signals back to automation area where then after matching the corrective action is taken. Now once these 2 areas are programming done by you, see all these syllabus, all these labs are mapped into your syllabus. So you don't have to spend extra time. We'll be helping all kinds of students once they visit all these labs. Then during their 4 years of course, they will be visiting at different point of time during different semesters, all these labs. You will be able to solve your minor projects, major projects, and some research work. Like we involved with COVID projects also. We are solving industrial problems. When you visit industry for your training, 6 months training also, we'll be helping you to solve their problem in our lab. So, and then simultaneously we'll also be helping students for different competitions like BAHA or NASA project, human rover project, which is going to be held. Our PEC is got selected for that, and will be helping in designing part of that in our design lab. So in automation, there are 3 labs. I told you there are there are 4 labs. First is automation, second is sensors, then third is the mechatronics, where you will be able to completely design a system like bottling plant. Coke is a bottling plant where the Coke is filled, then quality check is there, then filling and capping and so on, and then sorting. All such areas you will be able to design in a mechatronics lab. Now the mechatronics lab has got sensors, robots, conveyor belts, and even humans are there who are controlling these labs. All these sensors are collecting data. In IoT lab, where we have got, that is called as industrial IoT lab, has got a cloud-based system called MindSphere given by the Siemens, which is collecting all kinds of data round the clock, and you will be able to control it, you will be able to project the failure, and so on. So many features can be done, and you will be able to develop a dashboard according to your own system. Now in design lab we have got 7 labs. So anything you wanted to design, it's a product design. So product design is not going to solve anything. So you have to validate the design. How you are going to validate the design? So design validation is done in a NX software of a product design and validation lab. Then once you design a product, you can simulate it, you can synchronize it. It may be a gearbox, it may be aeroplane, it may be car, it may be electrical car, it may be anything you wanted to design. You have to validate the design. Once the design validation is there, then there is a failure which is there after the product is launched, it's automatically going to be eliminated. So the design launch, from the design conceptual design to launching the product, it's a huge time involved. Many companies are able to launch their product within 1 year's time because they have already validated their design. The number of iterations through which the product is going to fail has already been eliminated during the design phase itself. And once the design is validated, then product can be immediately forwarded to manufacturing area. So that's why then suppose it's a new product. So you have to tell the manufacturer, you may be selling your technology to somebody else, or you may be manufacturing it. So you have to create a manufacturing system. So there is a second lab called Advanced Manufacturing Lab, where you will be able to create complete digital manufacturing or digital twin of the product, where you will be completely processing the product right from the start to the end in an advanced manufacturing lab. Thereafter, also there are certain teething problems. Sometimes the friction is going to increase, the impact is going to be there, forces are going to be there, and vibrations are going to be there. So these are going to be eliminated in test optimization lab, which is there you can call it as a third lab. Now during the manufacturing, you may have to install number of robots, number of CNC machines. So we have got robots, robotic programming, then CNC machines. So CNC control lab is there. You will be able to know how the CNC program is done on a Siemens controller. And simultaneously, there is a quality area. So quality, you may be going to check, you have to check quality. How you are going to check quality? So there is content measuring machine in another lab, CMM, where you will be able to check quality. Now you have developed a product. You wanted to see how the product is going to look like. So you can directly design a product in a product design lab and make its replica available in 3D printer, which we have got in one of the lab. So rapid prototyping is another area. So in this way, you will find each lab has got number of softwares, number of facilities which have got automation lab, then product design lab, then advanced manufacturing lab, test optimization lab, then robotics lab. All these robots are industrial robots. and one is it has got 3 robots. One is a pick and place robot, another is a welding robot, and third is a spot welding robot. The picture which you have seen on the front page was a 247 kg industrial robot ABB makes. Then in CNC lab we have got 2 machines, CNC control, VMC and a lathe machine. Now to run this machine you need to know program. So that's why the controller lab is there, where you will be able to program, understand CNC programs and make use of that. Once you are habitual with the program, CNC program, then you will be able to run the machine correctly your own. See, today's area is a skill development area. Unless you have skill, you will not able to get good jobs. Even software industry requires high skilling. Similarly, engineers should have high level of knowledge. That is taught in classroom. But what about practicals? You should able to handle machines and equipment independently. You should able to handle, you should able to work on different projects independently. So that kind of knowledge is given in the Siemens lab. I already told you, you have developed a product, you wanted to have look like of that. So 3D printers is, you will be able to see the product, how you have made a design, how it's a replica. You will be able to see, even to the certain extent, you will be able to immediately replace the product. Suppose there is a component which has failed, now to develop that component from vendor and to make it available from outside, from market, it is very difficult. And then if the source is in not your own city, so you can start producing the replica through 3D scanner. The scanner is going to produce a file having extension STL file, and that is when it is entered into the 3D printer. The printer is going to produce the same product as many quantities as you want. So rapid prototyping is a big area coming, and all such skills, those who are interested in getting good job, industrial job, and wanted to have good knowledge of engineering, they should really work hard and visit these labs number of times, as many as, because for PEC, all such labs, all exposure to all these labs is free. For outsider, yes, we are charging money. I already told you about the process instrument lab, which has got number of sensors. The sensors programming is done here. Metrology lab has got CMM, coordinate measuring machine, where you will be able to check dimensions in microns. Renewable energy has got solar and wind energy, where you will be able to install solar plant, wind plant, and visit the site and collect information, then suggest a better solution. It has got all industrial equipment which are required in installation of solar and wind power. Electrical energy has got number of drives. So electrical energy has got so many labs, including, except civil engineering, we have got only 2 labs here. One is a 3D printing lab, and second is a product design lab, where you will be able to design a bridge, you will be able to design buildings and so on with the software available, and you can make a replica of that in 3D printing. Whereas all other branches which are available in PEC, in this Siemens lab, they will be having good amount of information and knowledge. So you have created a program on PLC programming in automation lab, that is forwarded to the sensors lab. Sensors, then suppose it is escalator, the motor, the signal is forwarded to the motor, electrical motor. So electrical motor also you can control speed, stop, start through PLC programming. So that kind of advanced level of knowledge is there, and even star delta collections and different, all such facilities are available, drives and so on. So everybody has got good information about this. Please remember that this facility in North India, above Ahmedabad, only PEC has got. Above Ahmedabad, I am saying, only Kurukshetra has got 10 labs. Rest of the engineering college doesn't have any such, because PEC invested almost 25 crore rupees to invest and start this facility for you only. You will be doing your projects, you will be doing your research work, you will be doing your competitions, products, startups, anything you wanted to do, come to us. The mechatronics lab has got all facilities. IoT, I already told you. Dr. Sandeep Saladkar is also with me. Please stand up, please. He is from Mechanical Engineering Department. He is also associated with me. So you can contact me and him for any kind of work. Recently, we have been asked to design a. NASA is every year making a competition. It was called as earlier Moon Buggy. Now this year, from last 2013-14, they called it as Human Rover Challenge, the Exploration Challenge. And this year also PEC got selected. Many of the students, I think, anybody is there? Mr. Goyal is there? Yeah, please call them. So they will be representing PEC for this competition. They may be, this time the design is evaluation. Please come forward. The design they are making for this rover challenge is going to be designed in product design lab. Then once the design is accepted, they will be preparing a product, physical product of that. And after that, they will be representing India and going to NASA for that in the next year, April somewhere. Yeah. Thank you very much. You wanted to please elaborate on the project. Thanks for patience hearing and wish you best of luck. You joined a good college, good institute. Spend more time here. Don't go home early.
Thank you for kind words, Professor R.M. Belokar. A warm welcome to the respected HODs, HOCs, faculty members, and the other students. I, Vanshul Goyal, a student of Punjab Engineering College, am honored to be able to get this opportunity to introduce you to my team, Godspeed, which has been selected for the NASA Human Exploration Rover Challenge 2023. I have with me co-leader Sparsh Agarwal and Gunjan Rawat, Pranav Agarwal, and Pankaj Kumar. The NASA Human Exploration Rover Challenge, or in short HERC, is a rigorous evolving activity that engages students in hands-on engineering design related to NASA's missions. The team strongly believes that engineering can be best learned through hands-on activities. So, within the next 5 months, we all will design, build, and test a human-powered rover capable of traversing challenging terrain and a task tool for completing various mission tasks. Now, Gunjan will elaborate more about the STEM engagement activities.
So, under this challenge, we also plan to engage with other students through STEM activities, and as there are in this competition awards and prizes based on the same. We also plan to conduct technical workshops and sessions for students from different colleges and schools of Tri-City. In addition to the offline sessions, we also have a strong social media presence to engage students through online modes, and we regularly post content related to our project and science in general.
So give me a loud cheer, guys. How many of you are interested in all such projects? बस इतनी सी एनर्जी यार. प्रणव सर स्टिंग लाएं क्या? You guys are the next generation of Punjab Engineering College. So I hope in the upcoming years, more such projects start in our college, and you guys are part of that. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Godspeed, and all the best for your project. Now, folks, thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. And I feel honored and privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. I want to express my gratitude to all the distinguished delegates who graced us with their presence and made out the time from their busy schedules to introduce our college to you all. I am very grateful to our director for his gracious presence. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the deans, associate deans, head of departments, professors and students and the entire organizing committee for putting up this entire orientation program. They have worked tirelessly to make this all happen. A special thanks to DSA sir, Dr. D.R. Prajapati and ADSA ma'am Puneet Kaur for making this orientation happen. It is said that if you're offered a seat in a rocket ship, don't ask what seat, just grab the seat. By this quote, I wish all the students the best of luck for their future endeavors and hopes, that they grab all the possible opportunities in their lives in a seat as is in a rocket ship. We promise to provide you all the best platforms to outshine and transform yourself towards future-oriented programs by providing a family-like environment through our programs, right? So brave explorers in the class of 2026, may the next 4 years take you on a remarkable journey of discovery that begins now. Congratulations and welcome. See you all back here tomorrow.
Thank you so much, everyone. I request all the faculty members to leave the auditorium. The students, please be seated. We'll disperse for lunch in like 5 to 10 minutes, but please don't make a chaos right now. Thank you.
Data science boys, please stand up. Hostler boys, please stand up and make a line. Only hostlers. Make a line. Only data science hostler boys, no one else. Everyone else to remain seated. Now data science day scholars, boys, make a line. You'll be heading over to Kurukshetra hostel. No one else, only data science day scholar boys.
Hi, are all the data science boys out of the auditorium? Okay. Civil day scholar boys, make a line and just go along with your BIs for lunch. Civil day scholar boys. Civil day scholar boys. Everyone else, please be seated.
काफी स्मूथ एंड क्रीमी है
डव में है 1/4 मॉइस्चराइजिंग क्रीम जो साबुन
CSC day scholars, you all can leave for lunch. Only boys, only day scholar boys from CSC can leave for lunch. Guys, please move in lines. BIs, take lead.
move fast.
All boys in lines, guys. Please, 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 please. Settle down. Settle down. Move in lines. Guys, there's no rush. Please, आराम से.
ख्वाब तक सिर्फ कश्मीर की आज़ादी के आते, शहीदों की इबादत करके बड़ा हुआ। मुझे पता है शहीद को जन्नत अता होती है।
बॉम्ब फटेगा ना तो बॉडी के चिथड़े उड़ जाएंगे, छोटे 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 हिस्से लाल लाल होंगे। करीब कुछ कुछ छुई
मम्मी है, छोटी बहन है।
पता है तेरे मरने के बाद उनके साथ क्या होगा? तैयार चुप।
अमर जिंदा है, हो नहीं सकता।
Bhavita,